social distancing,
small groups,
reacting to the unexpected takes a lot of knowing.
self-quarantine.
This is Money Talks.
We're back. I'm Troy Harmon here with Dr. Gene Hensler and Bill Lako. And
Gene, I want to talk about one other thing that is, we probably don't talk about it enough on the show, but while COVID has allowed the innocent to be hurt, there are a lot of criminals out there that are cyber attacking, and we've seen a lot more wire fraud in the past 24 months than we have seen in a long time. And the first thing is look, if you get an email with wiring instructions, you need to verbally call the company to verify those wiring instructions. If you just willy-nilly wire the money out and it happens to be fraud, there's no insurance for that from anybody.
Yeah, they're not going to protect you.
They're not.
I can't remember if we talked about
money.
one of the things that hit one of our clients.
Well, that's what I'm about to discuss. So we had a scenario earlier this week where the email was compromised, and they were able to get into his system and get username and passwords, and in doing so, log into Schwab, and there was multiple accounts, and so they sent out wires. So you can log in, right? So Schwab doesn't know any different, right? Because you're logging in. They think it's you. Now, Schwab's got very sophisticated systems, and they were able to catch 3 of the 4,
right?
Algorithm-wise. Now, what ended up happening was 2 emails were sent to 2 of the owners of this account. One owner doesn't really check their emails, so didn't know what was going on. The other owner calls us. We, of course, call Schwab. It happened so fast that they were able to reclaim the wire. That's unheard of, by the way. It's very hard to do that.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, what I don't think people realize is that if you have an advisor and you have a custodian, and I'm not picking on Schwab. Schwab did everything right. Everything right. Fidelity could have been the same way. I mean, we do business with all of them. If you have online access, you can actually turn off some of the features.
Right.
So if you're never going to wire money from your account, deactivate it. Don't have Schwab deactivate it, and it takes your own special code to get it reactivated. So there's things you can do that just are so. Look, they take 10 minutes. I understand life gets in the way, but I'm telling you, if that money had been gone, let's just say it was 24 hours later, there's no coverage for this.
No, you're done.
Especially when it's not Schwab's fault and it's not the advisor's fault. It's because somebody hacked your account.
Right.
So your email account and got in and read your emails and found your passwords and.
Right, and that's the other thing is use an app that's secure for your password.
Yeah, so you can
protection.
use like I know Tim O'Pry, our chief security guy here, likes LastPass. I personally like 1Password. Either one of them are the same. You do have to be careful there because you can use their what's it called, Kelly Lynn? Clipboard, noteboard. Okay, so if you copy and paste your password and you don't erase it, and somebody gives you a keylogger or whatever. So, look, nothing is foolproof, but that is much better than writing it down on a piece of paper and carrying it in your wallet.
Or putting it somewhere on your computer where it can be hacked for sure.
And then the other thing you need to do, Gene, is I know I'm talking to the guy
You're
who's the most
to a stone wall
to the
who
most,
doesn't
but you don't try to log in.
At
least you don't try to log in anywhere.
Would you please call my wife and give her that?
Oh, she knows what to do. We have you. You're still bubble wrapped. See, people don't even know. If you tried to leave the house, you couldn't get out. So we have you. You're like Trump, man. You can come do radio, but you can't leave the house.
Yeah,
that's correct.
But there's also what they call multi-factor authentication, which allows you to, so you log in with username and password, but then they'll text you your, one final, what's the word? Numbers. Yeah, codes or whatever you want to call them. I'm losing my mind. So then, once you put in your username and password, you're into the code that comes via text. It's much more secure than not having it. And I think everyone should use multi-factor. My biggest deal is, we experienced this, Gene, not personally, but we know of a situation where there was going to be a closing to buy a house.
Right.
Closing attorney got hacked. The person buying the house received the wire instructions via the closing attorney. They wired the $500,000.
Oh!
Custodian says you didn't verify the wiring instructions. I'm just telling you, this is a mess. That money is gone.
That's right.
You can't get it back. Custodian's not going to cover you. Your homeowner's isn't going to cover you. You might have
What about suing the lawyer?
Well, I know, but I mean, you're out $500,000. We'll see you in about 3 years. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
We pay for a lot of insurance. The custodians pay for a lot of insurance for this kind of stuff, but they have drawn a hard line at if you're not verifying the instructions. Like if I got an email from a client that said wire $100,000 out, and I do not call that client, and that's a fraudulent wire, guess who's going to have to pay for it, Gene?
Yep.
So, I mean, as it should be. I mean, but individuals have to understand this. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it might take you 20 minutes to make sure.
Yeah.
But isn't it worth 20 minutes to save 50,
exactly.
60, 70, $100,000?
Security is almost always going to be inconvenient.
Yep.
And people too often are willing to overlook it because it is just that, inconvenient. But
Right.
it can save you a lot of money and a lot of heartache.
100%.